I have created a Northwest League system in Football Manager, featuring 20 clubs from the English region. Simulating 50 seasons into the future, which of the three giants will win the most trophies and be crowned the champions of the Northwest? Hey, how's it going, and welcome to another Super League video. And up in today's video, I have created a Northwest Super League and First League as well, featuring 20 of the best clubs from the Northwest region of England. For those of you who know a little bit about geography, you will know that in the Northwest of England, we have some of the most historic clubs from our country, and two of the most successful clubs in our country, well, the two most successful clubs in our country, both come from the Northwest of England. They are, of course, Liverpool and Manchester United as well. But also, of course, one of the most recent successes, one of the biggest clubs in the world these days, Manchester City as well. But also, another team not so big these days, but historically pretty big themselves, Everton as well. So we've got 20 teams in total. We've got 10 teams in the Super League and 10 teams in the First League. And also, similar to my other videos, I have overtaken the Irish League system here today for this video. But I have changed the reputation of the Super League, so now it's the 5th best league by reputation in Europe. As you can see there, just above League 1. I decided that I should be rated higher than League 1, even though there's only 10 teams, because we have these three massive clubs in here: Man United, Man City and Liverpool as well. Also, aside from that, I've also changed the Irish generated youth players to match that of England, which is exactly the same. But also, I've listened to some complaints, shall we say, in some of my other YouTube videos about the based nation of the clubs. Every single club in here are from England, from the Northwest region, of course, and they all have their based nation set as England as well. Obviously, they're set in Ireland with a nation, and the Continental Cup nation in Ireland as well, so they can qualify for European competitions. But this should help with the generated youth players. They should, most of them, be English going forward into the future. So other than these teams in the Super League, obviously Man City, Liverpool, Man United and Everton, we've also got Preston, who, by the way, were the first ever winners of the English Football League. So they're a historic club in their own right, albeit many years ago now. Also, we've got Burnley in here as well, another quite historic team, one of the oldest teams in England. And also Blackburn as well, who quite famously won the English Premier League less than 30 years ago. So we've got some other big teams in here, but of course the teams that do dominate the league system are Man United, Man City and Liverpool. Other than those teams in the Super League, we've got Blackpool as well, Bolton and Wigan as well. And also, similar to my other videos, every team here is sorted by reputation from Football Manager. So these are the 10 biggest clubs in the Northwest region. Going down into the First League, we have the 10 next biggest clubs, and of course these teams are not as historic as the Super League teams. We've got teams in here such as Accrington Stanley. We've also got Barrow and Carlisle in here as well, the only two teams from the county of Cumbria. We've also got Crewe, Fleetwood, Morecambe, Rochdale, Salford, Stockport and Tranmere as well. So commiserations to Chester fans, by the way. Chester didn't make it due to their reputation, so they're probably the most historic team. The biggest team, shall I say, outside of these 20 clubs to not make the video here today, or the database. And also teams such as FC United and Manchester as well. The actual smallest club from the 20 clubs here are actually Rochdale. Also, similar to my other videos, if you're interested in downloading this database for yourself and playing with any of the 20 clubs, then there'll be a link in the description below. There'll be 2 links in the description. For those of you who don't have Steam, you can follow the Sort It Out SI link and you can download the database from there. Also, the First League, I've changed the reputation of the First League as well to be the 40th biggest in Europe. Obviously, the teams there are far smaller than the Super League, so I didn't want to give it too much of an unrealistic reputation here. It's rated slightly higher than the 3rd division in England. Along with the 2 divisions, I've also created a Northwest Cup as well, which at the start is the 9th biggest cup in Europe. Hopefully it'll grow going forward into the game as well. So if you actually look at the reputation list of the clubs here, of course, those 3 teams I mentioned at the start are the 3 biggest by quite a distance as well. Man City, the only 5-star worldwide team in the league system here. And then below them, we've got Liverpool and Man United, both with a 4.5-star worldwide reputation. You could argue the case that Liverpool are surely a bigger club in this present era over Man United, but In this Football Manager, they have got exactly the same rating. Below that, we've got Everton, the only team with a 3.5-star reputation. And then below that point, we've got 3 teams with a 3-star reputation, which are Burnley, Blackburn, and Preston. We've got another 3 teams with 2.5 stars. And every single team in the first league, which should make it quite interesting, all have a 2-star reputation. But officially, the lowest ranked team of the league system here are Rochdale, who are bottom of the list with a 2-star regional reputation, along with Barrow as well. So, for those of you who are new to my Super League videos, this is how it works. I'm going to go forward 50 seasons into the future. I'm going to stop off at 5 season intervals to see who have won the latest competitions. At the end, I'll count up all the trophies and we will crown the champion of Northwest England. So, without further ado, let's go forward now to 5 seasons into the future. Which team will dominate the early stages? Well, 5 seasons played so far, and Man City are still top of the reputation list here. Still that 5-star reputation as well. Liverpool hold on to their 4.5-star reputation, but Man United have declined in the first 5 seasons. They now only have a 4-star continental reputation. Also, below that point, we've got 2 teams now with 3.5-star rep rating. They are Everton and Burnley as well. So Burnley have climbed their reputation over the last 5 seasons. And we also have 2 teams with a 3-star reputation in Blackburn and Bolton. Also, we have much more teams with a 2.5-star rep rating, which is nice to see. We've actually got 6 teams now with 2.5-star rep rating. So, in the early stages of the Super League, no surprises to say that Man City won the first 4 league titles here from 2023 to 2026. But the latest champions are Liverpool, who won it in 2027. Also, unfortunately, the league has actually declined to only be the 8th biggest league in Europe now, which is a little bit disappointing in these early stages here. But to see Man City and Liverpool win the first 5 Super League titles, not surprising at all. In this latest league season, while Liverpool finished top of the league, only 3 points clear of Man City in 2nd place, Man United in 3rd place, and Burnley, in 4th place, qualifying for next season's Champions League. And look at that. In the first 5 seasons already, 7 of the 10 teams in the Super League qualify for European competition. So that is quite crazy. Literally, the teams that get relegated and the team who just survived relegation don't qualify for Europe. And by the way, the teams who got relegated were Carlisle and Wigan. Well, down into the first league, and the latest champions have been Preston, who won it quite convincingly as well. 18 points clear of Stockport in 2nd place, and Tranmere have also been promoted to the Super League. In terms of the weakest team at this point, well, Morecambe finished bottom of the first league, but let's be honest, it was pretty tight between 6th place Accrington to Morecambe in bottom place there. Also, the first ever winner of the first league was Stockport, who won it in the first season. They're also the most successful team so far, as they have won 2 first league titles. Well, down into the Northwest Cup, and the most successful team so far have been Liverpool, because they have won 3 of the first 5 cup competitions. They won back-to-back cups to start off the video here in 23 and 24. They also won the latest cup competition as well. Man City have won 1 Northwest Cup, and Man United won their first competition in 2026. So, in terms of the major domestic trophies, only Man City, Liverpool, Man United have won 1 so far. Can't say we're too surprised about that. But hopefully going forward to the future, we can see Everton lift the competition, and maybe even Preston, Burnley and Blackburn. Well, in the Champions League, and Man City have reached the Champions League final in 2025, but unfortunately they lost to Real Madrid in that final. In the Europa Conference League, though, we've had 2 winners so far. Man City won the Conference League in 2024, which is a little bit strange. I don't know quite why they're playing in the Conference League in 2024. It doesn't quite make any sense. But anyway, they have won the Conference League in 24, beating Lyon in the final. And the next season, Man United won the Conference League, beating Aston Villa in the final. 10 seasons played now, and Man City are still the biggest club in the northwest of England with that 5-star worldwide reputation. But below them, we've got Liverpool and Man United now, who have gained their 4.5-star reputation back, which is nice to see. Below that point, though, we've got a little bit of competition going on our hands here. The chasing pack, so to speak. We've now got 4 teams with a 3.5-star reputation, which include Everton, Burnley, Blackburn and Preston. Well, into the Super League, though, we've got a little bit of Man City domination occurring here, because Man City have won 5 of the last 5 Super League titles from 2028 to 2032. They have also won 9 of the first 10 Super League titles as well. So Man City absolutely dominant in these early stages here. Also, the league has actually climbed to be the 6th biggest league in Europe again, which is nice to see. It did get back up to 5th place, but it's declined a little bit to be 6th. But hopefully, going forward, it might crack the top 5 again and get above the League 1. Well, Man City did win this latest league title. They won 5 in a row, of course, but not that dominant, it has to be said. They did lose 7 games in the season. They only finished 2 points clear of Man United in second place there. Liverpool in third place as well, only 7 points behind. Then we have Burnley, Preston and Everton making up the continental competitions. In terms of relegated clubs, well, Accrington Stanley have been relegated and it wasn't really a very good season for them. They finished bottom of the league with only 1 win and 9 points. Into the first league, and the latest champions have been Carlisle, who won the league title 6 points clear of Tranmere in second place there. And in terms of weakest clubs, that goes to Rochdale, who ended off the season with just 21 points. Also, talking about Carlisle, they are the ultimate yo-yo club because they have won 4 of the last 7 First League titles. And as you can see, they cannot stay in the Super League to save their lives. They're too good for the First League, Carlisle, but not good enough for the Super League. Wow, into the Northwest Cup. We've actually had 5 different winners over the last 5 seasons, which is nice to see. Everton won their first cup in 2028. Then Burnley won their first cup in 2029. Liverpool won it again for the 4th time in 2030. In the last 2 seasons, Blackburn and Preston have both won their first cup competition as well. So it's good to see the fact that the top 7 clubs at the start of the video here, in the first 10 seasons, they've all won at least 1 trophy. So, yes, Man City are dominating the Super League with 9 out of 10 wins, but in the cup competition, it's going really well for some of the chasing pack here. Burnley, Everton, Blackburn and Preston have all won a cup in the last 5 seasons. Well, the good news is, in the Champions League, and Man City have won the Champions League. They won the Champions League in 2028, beating Real Madrid in the final. So they got revenge against Real Madrid for that 2025 loss. And Man City have won a Champions League in our first 10 seasons here. Also, Man United have won a Europa League as well, beating Lyon in the 2028 final. So Man United haven't won a Champions League, but they have won a Europa League and a Conference League already in the first 10 seasons. 15 seasons played now, and Man City are still the top team from the region, but they have declined to only be a 4.5-star team now. And Man United and Liverpool are both 4.5-star clubs still as well. So these 3 clubs are definitely on a very, very similar level at the moment. All 3 4.5-star clubs, which is nice to see. Below that point now we have 5 teams, well 6 teams actually, sorry, with a 3.5-star reputation, including Everton, Blackburn, Preston, Bolton, Burnley and Blackpool as well. So this chasing pack is getting bigger and bigger. And also, in terms of the reputation, at the start of the video here, every single club in the First League had a 2-star reputation. Now we only have 1 team with a 2-star reputation, which is Rochdale. Still bottom of the list there, but also Rochdale have increased their rep rating from regional to national. So even they have increased their reputation a little bit in these early stages. But yeah, only 1 2-star team now in the whole league system. In the Super League, it looks like Man City's domination is over at the moment because Man United won their first Super League title in 2033. They also won their second Super League title in 2035. Liverpool won their second in 2034 and their third in 2037. Man City won their 10th though in 2036. So Man City are still way out in front in terms of Super League wins, but in the last 5 seasons, Liverpool have won 2 and Man United have won 2. In this latest league table, Liverpool are quite dominant really. They finished 14 points clear of Man City in second place there. Everton finished in 3rd place, qualifying for the Champions League. And Man United way down in 4th place there. Also, Blackpool in 5th place is nice. And Burnley in 6th place as well. In terms of relegated clubs, well, Barrow finished bottom of the league this time round with just 25 points. Well, into the First League, and the latest champions are Carlisle again. They won the league 9 points clear of Tranmere in 2nd place. And at the foot of the table, similar to 5 seasons ago, Rochdale bottom of the league again, this time with 33 points. Into the Northwest Cup, and Liverpool won the cup again in 2033, followed by Man City. Preston have won their 2nd cup competition in just 4 seasons. Blackpool, another new winner of a cup competition here. They won it in 2036. That's nice to see. And Man United are the latest winners of the competition. 20 seasons played now, and Man City are still the top team of the region here. But again, they still have that 4.5-star reputation. Below that point, we've got Liverpool in 2nd place with the same rep rating. And Man United with a 4.5-star rep rating as well. But different to Man City and Liverpool, their rep rating is only continental, where the other 2 are worldwide. Now though, the chasing pack are getting stronger and stronger because now we have 3 4-star clubs below these 3 big boys, including Preston, who are the 4th biggest club of the region now with a 4-star continental reputation. Then we have Burnley and Everton, both with 4-star as well, but both only national rating. And below that point, we've got 2 3.5-star clubs in Blackburn and Bolton. And now, We have no 2-star clubs left in the region here, which is very nice to see after just 20 seasons. Wigan, which is quite surprising to say since they started off in the Super League, are now officially the weakest team of the region, albeit though they have a 2.5-star reputation. Into the Super League though, and Man City are back to dominating the Super League unfortunately. They actually won 3 Super Leagues in a row from 2038 to 2040. Liverpool stopped them again in 2041, but Man City are the latest winners, winning it in 2042. Man City were pretty dominant in the Super League this season, finishing 15 points clear of Man United in second place. Preston qualifying for the Champions League, just below Man United on goal difference. And Burnley in 4th place there. Liverpool way down in 6th position, which is 47 points and 15 defeats in the season, which is absolutely terrible. And Bolton in 7th place, still qualified for a European competition. And in terms of bottom club here, well, Stockport finished bottom of the league with just 17 points. And the ultimate yo-yo club, Carlisle, been relegated again. Only by 1 point though. Blackburn only just survived relegation there, but albeit Carlisle have been relegated again. Into the First League, and the latest champions have been Crewe, who won the league with 63 points, just 2 points clear of Fleetwood in 2nd place, who have also been promoted. And in terms of weakest club at this point, that goes to Accrington Stanley, who finished bottom of the league. But look at this. Only 9 points separated. Accrington in bottom place there, and Wigan in 3rd place. So as you can see for yourself, the First League is extremely competitive. It started off extremely competitive, and it's still extremely competitive. Well, down into the Northwest Cup, and Liverpool are the dominant force again. They have won 3 of the last 5 cup competitions in 2038 and back-to-back in 2041 and 2042. Burnley have won another one in 2039, and Man City have also won another one in 2040. Into the Europa League, and Man United have won their 2nd Europa League and 3rd European competition already, beating Aston Villa in the 2039 final. And also Preston have won a European competition as well, winning the Europa League in 2042, beating Man United in that final. 25 seasons played now, and Man City are still the top team of the region. They are now the only 4.5-star club in the region, also holding on to that worldwide reputation, because Man United and Liverpool have both declined over the last 5 seasons, but we still have 4 4-star teams, all with a continental reputation. We've got Man United in 2nd place, then Everton in 3rd place, officially the biggest club from Liverpool these days. Everton fans will love that. Preston in 4th place, and Liverpool are now only the 5th biggest club of the Northwest region. Preston are officially, at the moment, a bigger club than Liverpool. Below that point, we have 3 3.5-star clubs as well, including Burnley, Blackburn and Barrow. Into the Super League, and Man City's domination continues. They actually made it 4 Super Leagues in a row from 2042 to 2045. But we have a new winner of the Super League, our 4th different winner, and it is Everton. Everton won their 1st Super League title in 2046. Man City, though, have won the latest Super League title in 2047. Also, nice to see that the Super League has climbed to be the 4th biggest league in Europe now. Back in the top 5, actually in the top 4. Bigger league than the Bundesliga and Ligue 1. In this latest league table, Man City finished 10 points clear of Preston in 2nd place. And get this, the 3 teams qualified for the Champions League are Man City, Preston and Burnley. So Preston and Burnley playing Champions League football is very nice to see. And look at the state of this. Man United finished in 5th place this season with just 44 points. And Liverpool finished in 7th place, only 11 points clear of the relegation zone. Well, actually only 9 points clear of relegation zone. Barrow must have won the relegation playoff. Stockport, though, the only team to be relegated this season, finishing bottom of the league with just 32 points. Into the First League, and the latest league champions are Crewe again. This time round they finished with 73 points, 6 points clear of Bolton in 2nd place there. And the weakest team at this point goes to Morecambe, who finished bottom of the league with just 22 points. Wow, talking of Morecambe though, Morecambe actually won the Northwest Cup in 2043, so of what I can see, that is actually the weakest team to win a competition so far, or a major competition, so that's very nice to see. Morecambe, they may have finished off this league season as the weakest team from the Northwest region, but 5 seasons ago, they won the Northwest Cup for the first ever time. After that point though, Man City won back-to-back cups in 44 and 45, Preston won another one in 2046, and Man City are the latest winners of the competition. Also nice to see that the cup has climbed to be in the top 5 biggest cups in Europe as well. the 5th biggest cup in Europe below the Spanish Cup, Italian Cup, the German Cup and the English FA Cup. Well, into the Europa League, and Liverpool reached the Europa League final in 2044, but unfortunately they lost that final to Feyenoord. And in the Conference League, we had 2 teams reach the Conference League final in the last 2 seasons, but unfortunately both of those clubs lost the final. Burnley lost the 2046 Conference League final to Bilbao, and Blackburn lost the next final to Stade de Reims, from France of course. Well, at the halfway point here in terms of the trophy race, in 3rd place we have Man United with 8 trophies, in 2nd place we have Liverpool with 12 trophies, but way out in 1st place are Man City, who have won 27 trophies in the first 25 seasons here. Let's go forward now to 30 seasons. Will Man City still be dominating the Super League? Before we go any further with this video though guys, please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. It's very important for the video success. And also if you're new around here, you want to see more Super League videos, do hit that subscribe button as well. It also really helped me out and it's much appreciated as well. And as always, if you have your own recommendations for a Super League I should make, do let me know down in the comment section below. I have a big list of recommendations and my own recommendations as well, totaling over 50 Super Leagues. So it will definitely go to the list if it interests me, but I can't promise you when it will be made. Wow, 30 seasons played now, and Man City are still the top team with that 4.5-star worldwide reputation, but look at the chasing pack now. We now have 6 clubs, all with a 4-star reputation, 5 of them continental and 1 national. Everton are now the 2nd biggest club from the Northwest region. Then we've got Man United in 3rd place, then Preston, then Burnley. Liverpool are now the only 6th biggest club in the Northwest region, and Blackburn also a 4-star reputation, albeit with a national reputation rating. And below that point we have 2 teams with a 3.5-star reputation rating. We've got Crewe and Carlisle as well. And now in the league system we only have 2 teams with a 2.5-star reputation, and they are Rochdale and Morecambe. Well, into the Super League, and Man City continue to dominate. Unfortunately, they have now won 6 Super League titles in a row from 2047 to 2052. I think that's the longest sequence so far. I know they won 5 in a row at some point, but yeah, I think this is the longest sequence so far. So Man City with 6 Super Leagues in a row and counting. Okay, in this latest league table, they were completely dominant. They finished 21 points clear of fierce rivals Man United in 2nd place there. Then we have Everton in 3rd place, qualifying for the Champions League, and Preston and Burnley in 4th and 5th. Liverpool only in 6th place with only a 48 points and a -12 goal difference, and Blackburn in 7th place as well. And in terms of relegated clubs, well, Barrow finished bottom of the league, just 1 point below their local rivals Carlisle. Into the First League, and the latest champions have been Salford, who finished top of the league with 65 points, 8 points clear of Wigan in 2nd place there. And Morecambe, unfortunately, despite winning a Northwest Cup, they are now officially the weakest team again, finishing bottom of the league with just 23 points. Into the Cup, and unfortunately Man City seem to be dominating the Cup as well, because they made it 5 Cups won in a row from 2047 to 2051. The latest winners though are Everton, who won the Cup in 2052. Well, Man City have reached the Champions League final again for the 3rd time in the video, and also the 3rd time facing Real Madrid in the Champions League final. Unfortunately, they lost it this time round in 2051 to Real Madrid, of course. But yeah, they're the only team to reach a Champions League final 3 times. They have won 1, but they lost the other 2 finals, all 3 against Real Madrid though. In the Conference League, and Burnley actually reached the final 2 times out of 3 seasons in the Conference League. But unfortunately, they lost the final again, this time in 2048 to Lille. 35 seasons played now, and big changes in the last 5 seasons, because Man City are still the top team with that 4.5-star worldwide reputation, but now we have 4 teams again with a 4.5-star reputation. Man United in 2nd place, then we have Everton and Preston, both with a 4.5-star reputation as well, albeit though their reputation rating is continental, where Man City and Man United are both worldwide. We have 3 teams with a 4-star reputation. We've got Burnley in 5th place, then Liverpool, both continental, and we've got Blackburn with a 4-star reputation as well, with a national rating. And below that point, we only have 1 team with a 3.5-star rating, which are Blackpool with a 3.5-star national reputation. And get this, below that point, every single club has a 3-star reputation rating. So our lowest ranked team are Morecambe, but they have a 3-star reputation rating now. At the start, every single club in the First League had a 2-star reputation rating. Into the Super League though, it's the same old Man City domination. They have won 4 of the last 5 Super League titles, and they actually made it 9 Super Leagues in a row from 2047 to 2055 before finally their fierce rivals Man United stopped them in 2056. Man City though back to winning ways in this latest season. Also, the league has climbed again. This time it is the 3rd biggest league in Europe, just below the Spanish La Liga and the English Premier League. Man City won this latest league season, but only 4 points clear of Man United in 2nd place there, and Everton only 8 points behind themselves. Preston finished in 4th place there. Then we have Blackburn in 5th, then Liverpool in 6th place, and Crewe in 7th place. Although it's highlighted, it actually doesn't say they've qualified for a European competition, which is a bit strange. And to see Crewe qualify for a European competition with a minus 38 goal difference and 29 points is pretty crazy to say the least. In terms of relegated clubs, well, Wigan finished second from bottom with just 22 points, and Blackpool finished rock bottom with just 21 points. Into the First League, and Carlisle have won the First League title again, this time with 65 points, and Barrow, despite finishing in 3rd place, they have been promoted along with Carlisle with 58 points. So both Cumbrian teams, the only 2 Cumbrian teams from the video here, have been promoted to the Super League. And in terms of weakest team, it goes to Rochdale this season, who only just finished a -1 goal difference worse than Fleetwood, who finished in 9th position. Down into the Cup, and Everton made it back-to-back Cups in 2053. Then Man City won 2 of the next 3. Preston won it again in 2055. And the latest winners are Everton again, who won it in 2057. And similar to the Super League, the Northwest Cup is now the 3rd biggest cup in Europe. Well, Man United have reached the Europa League final again, but they have lost to Fulham in the 2053 final, unfortunately. And Burnley have reached another European final, but they have lost again. Their 3rd European final they have lost, but let's be honest, they have lost the 2056 final to the Europa League Kings in Sevilla. We have a new winner though in the Europa Conference League, which is nice to see. Blackburn won the 2054 Europa Conference League, beating Sporting Lisbon in that final. 40 seasons played now, and Man City are still the top team throughout the entirety of the video so far with that 4.5-star worldwide reputation. In 2nd place, closely following Man City, we have Everton, and then Preston also have a 4.5-star reputation, but they have a continental rating. So we have a big 3 again, which is nice to see, but not the big 3 was expecting. Man United and Liverpool don't make the top 3, where Everton and Preston are Man City's biggest rivals these days. Below that point, we have 3 4-star continental teams, which include Man United, Blackburn, and Liverpool. And we also have 4 3.5-star clubs, all national rated, which include Salford, Burnley, Blackpool, and Wigan. Well, in the Super League, and Man City continue to dominate. They've made it 5 Super Leagues in a row this time, from 2057 to 2061. But the latest winners are Everton, who won it for the 3rd time, I believe. Maybe 2nd time in 2062 there. Everton won this latest league title, 7 points clear of Preston in 2nd place. Man City down in 3rd place there, still qualifying for the Champions League though. And Man United in 4th place, a mile behind. And we've got Blackpool in 5th, Blackburn in 6th, and Liverpool in 7th place with just 40 points, only 1 point clear of Burnley in 9th position there. Rochdale reached the Super League, which is nice to see, but they finished bottom of the league, 24 points behind Burnley in 9th place with just 15 points. Into the First League, and the latest champions have been Wigan, who finished top of the league with 69 points, 8 points clear of Carlisle in 2nd place there. And Stockport have the title of the weakest team at this checkpoint, finishing bottom of the league with just 24 points. Into the Cup, and the latest dominant force, who won 2 of 3 Cups, are Blackburn. They won the Cup in 2058 and 2060. Man City won another one in 2059. The latest 2 winners have been Everton and Man United. Talking of Man United, they've won another Europa Conference League, winning that in 2062, beating Sturm Graz in the final. Well, with 10 seasons left to go in terms of the trophy race, in 3rd place we have Man United with 11 trophies. In 2nd place we have Liverpool with 12 trophies. But way out in 1st place, and definitely the champions of the video, are Man City, who have won 48 trophies. So not much of a battle going on between the 1st place club. That is clearly going to go to Man City. That is a guarantee at this point. But there's a big race on for the second biggest club of the region, featuring 4 clubs really: Man United, Liverpool, Preston and Everton. So with 10 seasons left to go, which club will finish with the second highest trophy count out of those 4 clubs? Well, 45 seasons played now, and Man City, continuing the theme, are still the top team with that 4.5-star reputation, but Preston are the nearest challengers these days with a 4.5-star world reputation themselves. Everton maintain their 4.5-star reputation, but only continental rating these days. And below that point, we have 2 4-star teams in Man United and Liverpool. Below that point, though, the chasing pack is just massive these days. 6 3.5-star clubs, including Blackpool, Wigan, Blackburn, Carlisle, Salford and Burnley. Wow, I don't believe my eyes. We have our 5th different winner of the Super League. And what a run they had. Preston won their first Super League title in 2063. And they actually made it 3 Super League wins in a row from 2063 to 2065. Man City won it the next season in 2066. And Man United are the latest winners of the competition. So Preston, what a story they've had in these 50 seasons here. And not really too surprising to see them win a Super League these days, seeing as how good they've been in terms of the reputation list, but a little bit surprising to see them win a Super League 3 seasons in a row. In this latest league table, Man United finished 8 points clear of Man City in 2nd place, and we have Everton in 3rd place, Preston in 4th, and Liverpool in 5th place. Blackpool qualifying for the Conference League despite finishing with a -20 goal difference there. And in terms of relegated team, that goes to Barrow, unfortunately. He finished bottom of the league with just 28 points. Into the first league, and the latest champions have been Salford again, this time finishing 3 points clear of Rochdale in 2nd place there. And in terms of weakest team, that goes to Accrington Stanley, unfortunately. He finished bottom of the league with just 32 points. Into the Cup, and Everton won the Cup in 2063. Preston then won 2 of the next 3 Cup competitions in 64 and 66. Salford have won their first major competition, winning the Cup in 2065. And the latest winners back to winning ways finally are Liverpool, who won the Cup in 2067. Well, only 5 seasons left to go, and this race for the second biggest club in the Northwest region is massively heating on now. In 5th place, we have Everton with 8 trophies so far. In 4th place, you have Preston with 10 trophies. And in 3rd place, you have Man United with 12. In 2nd place, you have Liverpool with 13. And then in 1st place, our Man City with 49 trophies. But there's only 5 trophies separating Everton in 5th place and Liverpool in 2nd place. So going forward now to 50 seasons, which club will finish in 2nd place in the Northwest region? Well, unfortunately, no one could ever topple Man City as the biggest club from the Northwest region. They end off the video with that 4.5-star worldwide reputation. The only team, by the way, with a 4.5-star reputation rating. The only team to ever hold a 4.5-star rating or higher for the entirety of the video as well. Below that point, though, we have 5 teams with a 4-star continental reputation, which include Man United, Preston, Everton, Liverpool, and Blackpool as well, albeit Blackpool have a national rating, sorry. And below that point, we have 2 3.5-star teams, Accrington Stanley and Carlisle. What on earth is going on here? The team who finished off the video as the weakest team according to reputation goes to Blackburn with a 3-star reputation, but the season before they had a 3.5-star reputation, so I have no idea how they finished bottom of the list with only a 3-star reputation rating, which is very, very strange to see, but it just shows you how tight the entire league system is these days, really. Obviously, in the first league especially, it's just ridiculously tight, but even that, going up to the Super League, there's not much difference between the teams' ratings. Well, in the Super League, and Man City ended off the Super League with a dominating period, winning 4 Super Leagues in a row from 2068 to 2071. But Man United were the final ever winners in this video of the Super League, winning it in 2072. We had quite a thrilling title race in the final season though. Man United won the league title, but only 3 points clear of Preston in 2nd place and only 4 points clear of Liverpool in 3rd place there. Also, Man City, in 3rd place. Also, Liverpool finished in 4th position, Everton in 5th position, and Carlisle qualified for the Europa Conference League in the final season, finishing in 6th place there. In terms of relegated teams, well, Tranmere and Blackburn both got relegated in the final ever season, and despite finishing the last season in the Super League, Blackburn end off the video with the lowest reputation rating. In the first league, and the last ever champions were Burnley, who won it with 68 points, 6 points clear of Wigan in 2nd place there. And the actual weakest team goes to Rochdale, who finished bottom of the league with just 15 points. Into the Northwest Cup though, and Preston were ended off the Northwest Cup as dominant. They actually won back-to-back cups in 68 and 69, and they won the final ever Northwest Cup as well in 2072. Mancity won it in 2070 and Everton won it in 2071. Well, unfortunately, no team could actually reach a final of any European competition in the last 5 seasons, which is disappointing. And before we actually count up the trophies, let's look at the records for the competitions. In terms of the Northwest Super League, the most times won, that goes to Man City, of course, with 36 titles won in 50 seasons. They also got the most points in the season as well, with 97 points in the 2026 season. And they also had the most league wins in that season as well, with 31 games won there. Wow, that's very interesting. The highest attendance actually went to Man United, which is no surprises with the Old Trafford. But the highest attendance game was Man United versus Stockport in 2045, with 88,000 people in attendance there. So must be a massive rivalry these days, Man United versus Stockport. The lowest attendance, on the other hand, went to Fleetwood versus Bolton, with only 3,000 people in attendance there. The biggest win went to Man City as well, with a 7-0 win versus Crewe in 2048. They also had the highest scoring match, beating Tranmere 6-1 in 2025. Man City also won the most matches in a row, winning 14 games in a row in the 2026 and 2027 season. And most matches lost in a row went to Barrow, who lost 15 games in the 2030 season. Man City also went the most matches without losing a game, with 41 games unbeaten. And Barrow went 28 games out without winning a game as well. Most matches without conceding though went to Man United, who went 7 games without conceding in the 2023 season. And Bolton also went 12 games without scoring in that same season. And finally, most team goals went to Man City, with 89 goals in the 2025 season. And the worst team discipline went to Liverpool in the 2067 season, with 78 yellow cards and 10 red cards in one season. Well, in the First League, no surprises to say this, the most times winner was Carlisle, who won the First League 12 times in total, which is quite an impressive league title there, league tally, shall we say. Most points in the season went to Preston though, who got 84 points in the 2027 season. They also won 26 games in that season as well, which is a record. Most league defeats in the season though went to Rochdale, who lost 31 games in the 2070 season, which is absolutely terrible. Highest attendance in the First League went to Blackburn versus Tranmere, with 31,000 people in attendance there in 2067. Highest average attendance though went to Bolton, with 23,000 fans in total in 2070 season there. The biggest win went to Wigan, who beat Fleetwood 5-0 in 2064. The highest scoring match though was Carlisle versus Accrington, which ended 4-3 to Carlisle, sorry. Most matches won in a row though went to Blackpool, with 11 games won in a row. And Rochdale lost 17 games in a row in that 2070 season. Carlisle went the most games without losing a game though, with 22 games unbeaten in 2030. And Rochdale went 32 games without winning a game in 2071 to 2072. So Rochdale actually ended off the video here absolutely terribly. Barrow also went most matches without conceding, with 7 games without conceding a goal in 2035. And Rochdale went 9 games without scoring a goal in 2028. So it looks like Rochdale were the weakest team in total from the video, in all honesty, to be honest. Most team goals conceded also went to Rochdale, with 91 goals conceded in the 2070 season. But in terms of the Northwest Cup, the most successful team in the Northwest Cup also went to Man City, who won 14 cups in 50 seasons. Man City were, of course, the only team to win the Champions League as well, the only team to reach the final as well. They reached 3 finals in total, all against Real Madrid. They won one of them and lost the other 2. In the Europa League, though, Man United were the most successful, winning 2 Europa League titles, but Preston were the only other team to win the Europa League. Man United were also the most successful team in the Conference League as well. They won 2 Europa Conference Leagues as well. Blackburn also won a Conference League though, and also Man City won a Europa Conference League as well. Well, with these big clubs out of the English Premier League, for those of you who are wondering who dominated the Premier League in these 50 seasons, no real surprises to say who it was. It was quite shared really between Arsenal, Chelsea and Newcastle. These 3 clubs absolutely battered the Premier League over the 50 seasons. The only other team to win the Premier League were Brighton, who won it in 2046. So sorry Tottenham fans, but you could not ever lift the Premier League title in these 50 seasons. And as you can see, Arsenal dominated the early stages, winning in the first 5 Premier League titles. Then Chelsea and Newcastle just had a to me to you moment there. Brighton, of course, won 1. Arsenal, though, also ended off the video as the most dominant force. But overall, Arsenal, Chelsea and Newcastle won a similar amount of Premier League titles, and those 3 clubs completely dominated the Premier League over these 50 seasons. Well, in terms of the trophy race, there's only really 5 teams to talk about. In 5th place, we have Everton, who won 9 trophies in total. But in joint 2nd place, we have 3 clubs, all with 13 trophies. They are Liverpool, Man United, and Preston as well. The way out in 1st place with 54 trophies won are Man City, who dominated the Northwest Super League, it has to be said. But some great stories, especially from Preston, winning 13 trophies. He also won a European competition as well. Man United also won 4 European competitions. Liverpool and Everton, neither of those two won a European competition, but Everton won a couple of Super League titles, which is nice for them. Also, Blackburn were the only other team to win a European competition as well, so they did really well as well. And also, the lowest ranked team to win a major competition went to Morecambe, who won the Northwest Cup on 1 occasion as well. So that was also a nice story from them. But let's be honest, the team who dominated the Super League and the Northwest region in total were Man City. So that is the end of this video, guys. Please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and be much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.